Good evening. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. I'm Chris, this is James, and it's about time we did a movie brawl.
Movie Brawl, Chris and James collide. Which one's truth? Which one's a lie? Arguments flying, sparks in the air. Which film's the throne? Who will declare? Chris says his story's deep and bold. Layers of meaning, treasures untold. James smirks, your actions cheap and fake. But your CGI's a headache I can't take. Movie Brawl, Chris and James collide. Which one's truth? Which one's a lie? Arguments flying, sparks in the air.
So we brought Catherine in, and
Judge Catherine.
we brought Judge Catherine in,
Thank you very much, James.
and she will give us some films, and we're gonna battle to the death.
So, to celebrate the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 release, this week's movies are the original Street Fighter versus the original Mortal Kombat.
What a celebration! So
It's a real classic.
this isn't going to be which movie's better. It's going to be which movie's less rubbish.
I'm gonna take Mortal Kombat if that's okay.
Sure, I'll take Street. To be fair, Street Fighter both are, what's the word? Guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
Like that you watch and you're like, oh yeah, but you did just so bad.
I'd still go back and watch both of them now.
2, 1, go.
So, as we know, game to movie adaptations tend to be not great. And this is a good, interesting argument because Mortal Kombat doesn't break that, but it is the better one of a lot of these game to movie adaptations because it sticks to the game lore that was created, it sticks to the same storyline. The problems they had was they tried to make it PG-13 so it could expand to a wider audience, so they couldn't do the fatalities quite as graphic as you'd want them to
That
be.
is a problem.
But the martial arts was great. The character selection was good, and Christopher Lambert as Raiden. Happy days.
1. Time's up.
I don't know who's going to be listening to negatives about the film for your own film. Because it definitely should have been R-rated. The whole premise, you said a movie to game adaptation, the whole thing should have been R-rated. That's the whole point of Mortal Kombat.
Are you ready for your first round, James? In 3, 2, 1, go.
All these games did do game to movie adaptations, and that's why Street Fighter is better, because it doesn't try and just replicate the game, which is just silly because it's a game, not a movie. It tries to actually make a movie, and it does that by having a better cast with people you actually know in the movie, and like Kylie Minogue, Jean-Claude Van Damme, the guy Julian, who played M. Bison, who looked just like M. Bison.
You just said him.
Which is also adds to another point, which in your movie, to have all these characters look like the characters, they just have to put a mask on and then put green on, orange on, or whatever colour on, and that just lists all the characters out.
4.
My actors
3,
all actually look like their
2,
characters, and I've got so
1.
much mad it's going
Time's up.
They don't look like all the characters.
They look like resembles.
Resemble is a very loose word.
So Reptile's Reptile, and he has his green cloth on. Scorpion has a orange cloth on.
Yeah, and they have the
It's not
things with
difficult,
fire
is
and
it?
acid.
Okay, we'll do
No,
a
hang on
free
a
fall
minute.
at the end.
Hang on a minute.
Because this isn't a thing.
Oh,
We'll do a free fall at the end. Because you're digging a grave here, honestly.
I don't hear him going, oh, none of that happens in the film.
Yes, it does.
It happens all the time in the game.
Yeah,
Sorry.
give him his start because he's
Sorry. No, yeah, you go on.
Ready?
30 seconds. I'm
30
ready.
seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
The martial arts in Mortal Kombat is actually really good. And you're right, they didn't have Jean-Claude Van Damme because after Street Fighter was such a big flop, he refused to do another one. So that's the problem. He knew how bad it was and wasn't going to get involved again. But they got Robin Shou, who's an actual martial artist, to play Liu Kang. And guess what? It worked because he could fight really, really
5,
well.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Really, really well. They're on strings for most of the movie, getting flipped about. Anyway, I'll use my time, even though I only got 30
Crouching
seconds.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon are on strings.
Don't compare Mortal Kombat to
they're on
Crouching
strings
Tiger,
flying
Hidden
around.
Dragon. I need a second because I didn't even get to say my points because Chris made so many negative points about his own movie that I can rebuttal against. I've got too much ammo now. I've got too much ammo.
At least he didn't go back in 91. I want $1 billion, which like nobody living had ever. And then Jean-Claude Van Damme just said, let's just take an army and beat him up. Stupid film. Absolutely ridiculous.
Your premise is about mortal people fighting people with 4 arms and lizards. And
Other worlds, other
can I just have my
dimensions.
time? Because you've disrupted the whole movie Brawl thing, and now it's just a complete free-for-all.
3, 2, 1, go.
CGI in your film is beyond diabolical. It's literally worse than the actual computer game it comes from. You talk about sequels. They did make the sequel. It's called Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which has one of the worst ratings of any movie that's ever been made ever, and it made the whole thing laughable. My film is cheesy, fun movie, but it's literally a fully watchable movie because they made it a movie from start,
5,
middle, and end. Your movie's
4,
just about local in a
3,
brawl, and it should have
2,
100% been
1.
R-rated.
Time's up. Are you ready for your final
Yeah.
30 seconds? In 3, 2, 1, go.
Of course, the CGI is bad. It's 1990. The CGI in your film was terrible as well. The visual effect. You're right. No, they just painted it like greeny blue.
Yeah, they did.
And it was atrocious. It's
And
the
they
worst
used physical
looking film.
effects.
Physical effects.
And they used a real boat.
Oh god. They had great scenery, great scenes in Mortal Kombat. You had the forest, you had these different places. They shot all these different places. Great
4,
movies. That reptile scene, which is one of the most famous fight scenes in a game, was added in after they did screen tests. That's how much they took. That's all about. And yeah, mine did have other films follow it because it was good enough to have other films.
Yeah, with the
follow
lowest
it.
rating of all time.
Yeah. I'm not arguing about them films. I'm arguing about this one, which was good enough to get a sequel.
Yeah, but
Where's
we're
your
both
Street Fighter
admitting they're
sequel?
bad. My film knew when to draw the line. Your film was like, no. We're going down this rabbit hole.
Let's just keep going.
And they killed the main character in your movie in the second one because they're like, oh yeah, he wasn't that good. Let's get just.
3, 2, 1, go for it.
My film has one of the greatest and most cinematic speeches in any movie ever made, ever. When Colonel Guile is going to get on his boat and go upstream and kick that son of a bitch Bison's ass so hard, everybody's cheering. They're ignoring the guy with his little clipboard. If you're not trembling
5,
with adrenaline
4,
and ready for Kylie
3,
Minogue with her pigtails
2,
and grenades
1,
and Godzilla
time's
sound
up.
effects with Fat Man fighting the other Zangy,
It's so ridiculous.
it's so much better. You can enjoy. Yours is just bad. Mine is bad funny.
No,
yours is just bad.
Mine, they're both bad. But
They're both
mine
bad. Yours
has
is just
loads
bad.
of good fight scenes in it.
It doesn't.
Has loads of
Chris,
great fight choreography.
It has people that are very, very good at doing cartwheels and flips.
When you're talking about physical effects, they had to have that 4-armed monster
and it looks
controlled.
And it
But
looks
there was
stupid.
like 10 puppeteers
Chris,
controlling that.
when Goru appears with his rubber head, you know, Street Fighter was like,
1995.
Street Fighter was like, we have a low budget. Let's not do that. Let's just get a boat. Let's get some guns and blow some stuff up and have a fun time. Yours was like, oh, let's do CGI lizards and tongues and.
Yeah, they really tried to put some.
And you
actual effort
didn't.
into
Also,
it.
you didn't say the best point about your movie. You said the worst point about your movie. You didn't say the best
What's
point.
the best point about my movie?
I'm not going to say it till
No, go
Catherine's
on.
judge, but it's the music.
Oh, the EDM dance. Oh, yeah, that's a good.
Yeah,
point.
which you didn't say, so it doesn't get included.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it doesn't
That
include.
was like, yeah, no, that was a really good song. Damn it. That is a good
and
point.
your movie, honestly, if they made it a hard R movie where it was just bloody and like the fatalities and that should have been, that would have blown Street Fighter out the water. But they did. That's the main key point of the movie.
Blew it out the water.
It didn't blow it out the water.
He turns into a dragon and
he does turn into a dragon at the end of when he can't win. He turns into a dragon with stop motion. It's made of like clay. I don't know what it's made of. And they're like, and then he turns into some worms. Reptile turns into some worm. Your film doesn't even make any sense. He just turns into worms. He kicks him in the stomach and then he just becomes worms. And that girl keeps turning up with the bloody fan and she's like, I'm 10,000 years old. And then Johnny Cage is like, still would. Like, what?
Because Johnny Cage's character.
I mean, I think this is a really difficult one to judge.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
it does seem like instead of arguing which is better, you have just tried to convince me which is less pants.
yeah, but based on
Yeah.
arguments, he gave his the negative point, which was the main problem with his film. He gave that as his argument, which was against himself, and then he didn't put his biggest point in it. I put it in it for him. There's no winner, Chris. There's no winner between these two. There's no right answer here.
Yeah, do you know what? That is a very good point. They aren't great.
You just call it a draw this week.
Well, I mean, if we are going by the arguments, I do think I have to say that James does just tip over the edge of the scale and wins this week. But I am struggling to get on board with a martial arts film that has Kylie Minogue, to be honest. I mean, that's just a bit...
She's a backing character
It's
that was
odd.
put in for... Have you seen it?
No.
She can kick.
Can she?
Yeah, and she can kick without strings attached to her. And like the martial artists in Chris's film, Kylie Minogue was a better
Sonya
martial artist.
Blade didn't have strings attached to her. I was watching clips of it. I shouldn't add it. Well, you've already said James Bond. But there's a fight scene where they're in the jungle and he's fighting Reptile.
Fighting Scorpion in the jungle.
Sorry, yeah, no. Right,
Yeah.
But anyway, that scene, when it pans out to the shot of there's a white car driving.
And that's before they go to hell, isn't it? And then he just rips his face off and he's just blasting fire everywhere.
Still, like, which of the two films is worse?
Honestly, I think they're both on par. You can say this one or that one. They're both pretty bad, but also I like both of them for cheesy stupidity.